Okay, suck my podcast. Episode 1. Here we go.
Michael's blowing his nose like a freak.
Yeah.
Michael DeSalvo here. Tom Schritzel here. Tom Finelli here.
And Cooper Ball.
Yeah.
Big boy Cooper Ball.
Okay.
All right. We're in our boy Stritzel's basement.
Yeah, surrounded by posters and meat. A lot of meat down here.
A lot of meat. We got a meat fridge.
I want to see.
You didn't see the meat fridge?
No.
How'd you miss the meat fridge?
How did
Dude,
you
it's
miss
full
it?
of meat.
It's not full yet.
No, I'm gonna beat your meat.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So
Let's get down to business.
What's a normal bodily function that everyone does? Mike, I'm asking you.
taking a crap.
That good one, man. How do you take a crap?
No, well, I think everyone takes craps the same way. You sit down, pull down. You pull down your pants.
Yeah, you
I
start
mean,
with
most
that.
Step one. Let's
I-
let's break it
There
down
have
to
been times
steps.
where I have taken only my pants and not my underwear off, and I almost sat down on the toilet and started shitting. It was pretty close.
It's happened to the best of us.
Yeah, of course. Sometimes you fall in. I mean, sometimes
Sometimes you fall in.
No, yeah, if you don't put the seat down.
Well, that's not your problem.
That's
That's the
not
person.
what you
That's the person before you.
Well,
That's
no.
sometimes.
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 Sometimes it is.
Sometimes.
All right, so you pull your pants down, you put the seat down, and you pop a squat.
Yeah.
Or do you pop a squat?
Yes, everyone
Do
does
you
that.
squat?
There are
Some
some
people
people.
stand.
Some people. No one stands. Some
No,
people
some people-
squat.
Some people hover
Oh, that's what the word.
Hover.
Hover.
That's
No, but like
in like a public,
I
porta
used
potty.
to.
Oh, you gotta hover on that.
I
would
used
never-
I
I would never
used
do it in a
to
porta
take
potty.
my shirt off immediately. Like
your shirt
I
off?
would, but I recently, because I mean, the struggle with taking your shirt off is that first lean back onto the toilet seat. It's cold. It is very
It's
not
very
com-
cold.
So
It's very
recently, I've been leaving my shirt on when I first start.
Okay.
But this is always like a process of as time goes on, you slowly have to take articles of clothing off.
You get hot.
You get
You
sweaty.
get sweaty.
You get the
Yeah.
poop sweats.
Yeah,
It's not the
and
poop
you
sweats,
and
it's the poop
you
sweats.
slowly got to start taking things off. But the first step
No.
always.
Not everyone does this.
I do. Okay, yeah, I do
We're
this.
sharing our personal experience.
Personal.
So I mean, it's always a process. So the first thing you always got to do, once you're like 5 minutes in, and you know like you've been going good, but you feel like if you were just more open, things would come out faster and more efficiently.
Now I
You take the
disagree.
leg out.
I
you
disagree with
take
this.
the leg out.
you gotta take your
I get
if you're
that.
in public, you take your
But
shoe
you
off.
spread as much as
And yeah, but that's the problem. You try and spread as much as you can, but your pants are restricting you.
I disagree with this.
I'm not done with explaining what I
Not
do.
done.
Okay.
So you
continue.
take your shoe off, so you could free your leg from your pants.
How often do you have your shoes on when you're taking a shit?
If you're in public.
Okay.
Public.
Well, how do you feel about taking a shit in public? Because I avoid
That's
it.
two
Well,
different
I
things.
I
That's
used to
okay.
avoid it, but once we started running cross country and
You
track,
gotta- you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you
Yeah,
gotta
You
do.
gotta do what you gotta do.
And so now I have no shame.
Yeah, I don't care.
I've gone in the girls' bathroom before.
Me too.
All right.
Actually, I think I-
So you remove your pants, and then you could spread your legs as far as you
Man,
want.
I thought it was more of you don't spread your legs.
No,
I
you
thought
spread- you
they
gotta
totally
spread
make that stool.
You gotta split
Yes,
up.
that
No,
raise that helps it go out.
it helps
Squatting. The way I do that is I lean forward, so I get.
I also
that
lean
counter.
forward.
It's like a
It's like
counter.
this,
I-
yeah.
Instead of going
I
like
don't
this.
do that.
And
I
I-
just
I lean
sit.
forward. I
Some
lean
people
forward.
like they have
No.
this
No, a
stool
funny
where
story
they
about
They make a-
removing-
they make a
make
poop
a, it's a poopy stool.
No, I maintain
No,
good
it's called
posture.
a potty
That's
squatty.
not-
It was
that's not
on
squatty.
it was on or a squatty potty. It was
Squat,
on
that's what
it
it
was
is.
on Shark Tank.
Yeah,
no,
well,
but
it was.
funny story about me spreading my legs. One time we were at the St. Anthony's invite in winter,
Okay.
and I'm
Track, it was
and
track.
I'm with Mickey and Russ,
Okay.
and we're waiting in line. I'm in front of them. I go into the stall directly across from where the line is for the next person in line,
Yeah.
and so they're watching me, and all of a sudden
They're
I-
watching you in the stall.
no, they see my feet.
Oh god.
And so, like, 5 minutes in, all of a sudden, I'm like, you know what? I should probably spread my legs. And then I'm taking my shoe off, I'm removing my leg, and all of a sudden I hear, yo, what the hell is that kid doing? And I'm like, yo, I gotta spread my legs. But as I was saying, that's always the first step. And then once you've been doing that for like 10 minutes, that's when you take your shirt off.
Usually take 10 minutes for you?
I
to
would
take
say 50% of them
It
do.
depends.
Okay.
On,
Okay. I respect. I mean, sometimes you're on there for
In
a half
public,
hour.
you-
No, yeah,
usually-
yeah, of course you are.
Yeah, sometimes you're
In
on
public,
there.
you tend to wait till like the last minute, like till when you have.
Well,
to
sometimes
shit.
also in public, you
Oh,
don't.
public, it goes fast.
It goes
yeah,
fast
because
'cause you
you're
have
in,
to
you
shit.
have to go really
You
fast.
have
Not
shit.
always, but for me in public, I don't like to make a lot of noise. I've learned recently that some people don't have any shame. Like I was in the Chicago airport, and my dad's part of the
Why were you in the Chicago
because we were layover to go to Colorado.
Oh, okay.
This
And
was
so-
wait, I thought you went to Florida.
No, So my dad's part of the Admirals Club, which is kind of like this American Airlines lounge place that like you get food and stuff and they have nice bathrooms. So I went in there, and the noises I heard from these people.
They don't care. They're rich. They're rich.
They don't care.
They do give a shit.
So the reason I'm saying this is because I don't want to make a lot of noise. I don't push as hard when I'm in public, so it takes a little bit longer.
Okay, that's why you spread.
Yes, that's why you got to spread.
You can slide rather than.
But also, the problem sometimes when you're in public is if you're in there for a while, you've got no place to hang your clothes, like your shirt that you take off.
No, usually there's like a hook or something.
Usually, but sometimes
That's
there
nice
isn't.
bathroom.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like to free my hands in case I want to do
If you're holding
something.
like your shirt with one hand,
Yeah.
and you're wiping with the other hand.
Yeah.
What if you like mix up by
Yeah.
Have you ever just?
Like,
I've done this
If
before.
you mix up
Yeah.
the hand with toilet paper and the hand
I
with a
ha-
shirt, you deserve to get put on.
I have a story about mixing something up the other day. So I was eating a sandwich.
Hold on. Go back to your technique. We have to finish.
Oh, okay, fine.
So
So
you're spreading, shirts off, everything's off.
okay, not everything is off. The socks are still on at this point.
Oh, shit.
You take your
No,
socks
socks
off.
off.
If you
Socks never
if
come
you
off.
are
Socks don't fall.
15
If
to
you're
20
in your
minutes in
house
and
and-
you are sweating, I have a
Like,
story.
I'm sweating
I have
right
a
now.
story about being in a hot
Sweating
bathroom before, and you are sweating. You take the socks off, and I am telling you,
I have never taken my socks off.
it changes your life.
I've never done
It-
I've
it.
done it a few times.
Things-
It's the last resort.
The
things
only
come
way
out-
that I
I
have my
don't
socks
take off.
off
I
while
don't.
I'm
Wow,
taking
taking a
shit.
shit. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
too much
weird.
work.
You gotta like.
No,
In the middle of taking
it's worth
shit.
it. I am telling you, it
I'm
is.
telling you, it's not.
It is like a whole new ball game.
No, but if you ever get to the point where you've taken everything off, then you just get in the shower after.
Do you get in the shower after? Do you need
Well,
to?
so usually after dinner, I'll go take a shit and then I'll shower.
Okay.
But
Shower.
yeah, so that's kind of like my routine. So like as time goes on, you slowly gotta strip.
Alright, I respect.
And especially when you're in hot bathrooms. Like one time when the janitor let me into the Kingsman Cafe bathroom that didn't even have
The one without the plumbing.
the one that didn't have plumbing, and as he waited outside for me, that thing was like 85 degrees, and I was profusely sweating, and I was butt naked in there.
You're
butt
in the full
naked.
butt naked.
I was in the stall,
Oh.
and then the guy
He was
walked-
walking the hall,
and it's been
butt
like,
ass.
it's been like 15 minutes. The guy's like waiting outside for me, and he steps in. He goes, "Yo,
Hey, you okay,
are
sir?"
you okay in there?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, and I'm thinking like,
close
this
to
guy waiting for me. Like, all right, I gotta wrap this thing
You
up.
just said, yeah, I'm taking a shit.
yeah, but it's been a
Put the
while.
thumbs up under the stall.
So I quickly, I get up, I wipe, and I put all my clothes back on, but because I'm so sweaty, it takes a while to get my stuff on.
It like sticks to your
Yeah.
The socks.
Socks.
You're bouncing around
It
the
stinks.
stall.
Wait, are you telling me your socks were off at this point?
Oh yeah, dude, everything because it was so hot in there. It was like things were like quartered.
I'm
so like
sweating.
so
just
what? So like
listening to this.
usually it might be.
I had to roll my pants.
Usually it might be 20 minutes before I take my socks off. It was so hot in there, I took them off in 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Jesus.
All right, how do you finish? How do you wipe?
Okay, this is the big question.
This is the big question.
where there's a lot of discernment amongst the population. So.
Yes.
There's a couple like
There's
pathways.
about 3 different main categories
I
of
think
wiping.
there's 4.
Okay, well I'm gonna say what mine is.
Okay.
So I
I'm
stand.
spending a lot of time on your story.
I stand
Oh,
when I
that's
wipe.
stuff.
Okay, so there's standing versus sitting. You're a stander.
So there's standing, there's just sitting.
Now, are you completely standing up?
I
or
do
you,
not
like, kinda
get.
squatting?
I don't get into a full stand. I get
Because then your butthole.
at a maximum. I would say I am at a 45-degree angle.
Okay. Okay.
You're just like that.
No.
Yeah.
So
What do
you
you do?
Okay, well actually, I roll. I get the toilet
goes like
paper.
that.
He rolls it around his
While I'm
hand.
sitting. No, I don't roll. I do not.
The bishop.
Yeet!
No. I layer
I like
into
that.
my hands like this.
Oh,
So like I kind of go back and forth
So
to
it's a
fold it on
fan.
top
It's
of each
hot
other.
now.
Get a fan going? I get that. It's a circulating fan. It turns.
So it's an easy fold.
So it's an easy fold.
Okay.
I'm doing this while sitting, and then I get up into my squat at usually about 30 degrees. If my legs are feeling a little tired, it'll be more like 35, 40 degrees. If I'm really
He gets a protractor out.
if I'm feeling really strong that day, I'll do like 20
Feeling
degrees.
so
That's
strong.
that's when you get a really good wipe in.
Well, because you can't go full standing up.
Okay, well,
No,
of
of
course
course not. 'cause
close
then you close it. You gotta
you
keep
can't-
it
But
nice.
once
and-
you do the first stand, do you stay standing or are you
No,
up,
no,
down,
no.
up,
So,
down?
I am
Yeah,
up,
it's
down, up, down.
Oh.
And I always am conscious about if someone can tell if I'm going up and down, up and down.
You look
there.
when you go. You look over the
Like,
stall.
I'm making noise. Here's
Going
a
up
funny
and down.
story about me standing and wiping. One time we were at the Sunken Meadows
Is this
State
a story
Park.
with me?
Yes.
Oh, I love this story.
And
Hey.
Doing our daily trip to the bathroom. We got to meet because we usually get there early, so we got the bathroom to ourselves.
Of course.
So I'm in there,
You have to.
and I'm doing my wiping thing, and I'm in my standing position, and the stall doors aren't super tall, so I could see someone who else is very tall.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden I see Finale walk up, and Finale's like, "Oh hey,"
Tall man himself.
and I'm like, "Oh hey Tom, what's going on?" He's like, "Not much. What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm wiping." He's like, "Oh, that actually makes pretty much sense because you're standing." So,
No, I said I forgot you do that.
Oh yeah, you said, "Oh yeah, I
think
forgot
you
you
were
do
freak
that."
too.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I'm
so
a
you're a
stander.
stander, and you're a let it like flow down as it falls.
Yeah.
There's this one
And
other
the
time.
paper,
Me and you were both in the bathroom together. This wasn't at Suck Med, it was some other meet. And we both went in together. I finish, I come out, and I see your shoes under one of the stall doors. And so I'm waiting outside. It's been like 5-10 minutes. I'm like, what's going on? So I go back to the stall with your shoes under it, and I bang on the door. I'm like, are you done yet? And it wasn't you. The guy in there's like, who are you? I'm like, oh shit, my bad.
shit.
My
My
bad.
bad,
And then you just book it because they never see your face.
Yeah.
All right, Cooper. So
Okay.
Cooper wipes a little bit differently. Cooper. So you're
I'm a
understand-
sitter.
The
you
common.
sit.
This is the
The
common
common.
vote.
The common.
Apparently, this is the
Yours is the
accepted
common.
common.
I believe that it is-
tend to disagree.
Lean.
with
I
those.
believe that it's
Lean.
60-40 sitting standing.
64.
No, I'd say it's 70-30.
Okay,
Okay.
it's
I agree
definitely
with
a
Tom.
majority of people who sit.
Well,
Majority.
but there's different types of sitting, and we
yes,
understand that.
there are many different types.
So
of
explain how you do it.
okay, so you sit down on the toilet. I don't strip immediately.
No one
As-
strips.
No, it's a process.
It is a
I
process.
don't strip at all. That's the-
So that's why you're always backed up.
Shirt is
All backed
easily
up.
the first thing that comes off. Shirt is all within
What
30
about
seconds.
pant leg?
Do you do that in public?
Yeah, I'll take my
No
shirt off.
fucking way.
Yeah, I'll take my
I
shirt
tend,
off.
do you
I
put
tend
it?
to
Where
not
do you
take my
put the
shirt off
shirt?
in public.
I'll hold it.
I tend to not take my shirt off. That's an at home.
All right. Well, so okay, you're sitting down. You're stripped as far as you want to strip.
What if there was like an emergency
boom,
and you
you're
had
done.
to leave the bathroom?
Then you leave naked.
I would imagine you'd
All right.
rather leave without a shirt on than without pants on.
All right.
Okay.
I finished shit.
Alright,
You
so-
don't want to leave
It's
it.
like-
Funny story. There was one time I was on the toilet and I was a fire alarm did go off in our hotel, but funny thing was I wasn't really taking a shit. I was doing something else.
Ah,
Interesting.
Interesting.
More on that later.
So you're peeing.
So you're
Not exactly. More on that later. Cooper,
Okay.
as you were saying.
So you're sitting down and you're done. You know that you're done. So you take some toilet paper. I don't let it flow.
The tank's empty.
You rip off a big long piece of toilet paper. You fold it.
You always fold.
Yeah, you a bunch of half folds.
Yeah,
You have
a bunch
I
of
do
half
the
folds.
You do half folds?
I do half.
Yeah.
I do 2 half folds. So you do 1 half and then another one.
I
Yeah,
do
the
it. You
red.
know what? Every individual sheet,
Yeah.
I kind of fold one, like then
Yeah,
keep
you go
going
like
the
the
opposite
zigzag.
way. I go
I
the
try,
zigzag.
yeah,
Okay.
I
Okay.
can
No,
see
I
And
do.
I
do
always
2 half
I always
folds
do
every
it.
time.
I always do it so the ribbed part is on the
Oh
outside.
yeah, you gotta get it. All right, so you do
A
2.
good ribbed. Can we need to show some more appreciation for a nice ribbed piece of sheeted toilet paper.
I don't
stuff.
care.
All right, so you do 2 half
Oh, I
folds.
can't
Two
say
half
that, never
You're
mind.
sitting down. Now, this is where the big discussion comes into play. That you lift your right or left leg, depending on your
Which one do you?
right.
I lift right cheek.
I'm a right. I'm a
Yeah,
right.
like that.
So I lift
Well,
my
it's
right
whichever side the toilet paper's on.
Not
No,
exactly.
not
No,
exactly,
not
almost
exactly.
all the time.
cheek.
Yeah.
I'm always a
What
right.
if, what if it's in front of you?
Yeah, they gotta
That's
make
weird. Who makes that? It's always on this side.
okay.
Those are
okay.
like house.
Is it
like,
ever
Yeah,
best?
those aren't that uncommon.
It doesn't matter.
My grandma had one of those.
So
Yeah.
you lift your right or your left butt cheek, right? You go with your hand.
Cooper goes like this.
You go with your hand, and right here, I go from front to back.
yeah,
So yeah.
front to back.
Most
so
people
you wipe up. You
I
wipe
wipe up towards the
That's
sky.
most.
Now there's
Most people. Now there are a
heaven.
select few
But
that I like
would
to
say,
call the Cocoa Puffs.
No, wait, no.
They
hold-
wipe from back to front.
So they wipe down.
They wipe
But
down.
the
fucked
thing
up.
is, I would say
Well, wait.
a high majority of those people who do wipe in that direction
Yes.
wipe that way because they wipe sitting and they go from the front.
Yes, 100%.
But
When
I
does he touch
I believe
You-
there are some people out there who might do your leg lift like you do or stand like I do and still wipe down.
Now, I would argue to say that those people have a mental disability.
And the problem with that is I don't think I could.
I think that they
I don't
need
think
rehab.
I could. I don't think I would have a probably a 70% success rate at attempting that maneuver without getting shit on my balls. 30% of the time, I get shit on my balls.
I would have
I'd have
50-50.
to go like
And
this.
I've
so-
never done it. I wouldn't know.
Neither would I.
I have done it when I was
way.
really young.
I think it'd be hard.
I went down the middle and
And what
came
about,
up.
and what about the risk
And
of
it's a
stick?
horrible idea.
What went
And
through
what if-
your head?
And
Your
what
I
mind
don't
about?
know,
And there's
right?
also the
How do you
risk of
do that?
sticking your hand into the toilet water with all your shit.
I don't know how you can do that.
And so we came up with a term
High
for these
toilet
people
water
because
level.
we figured they'd probably get a lot of shit on their
They
balls.
definitely get a lot of
So
shit.
I thought like saying like
Shit on
chocolate
their
balls or something, but Cooper
I had a great idea. They have Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs. So if you
Their
ever,
balls are
you ever
not
come
balls.
around,
They are
If
Cocoa
if you ever
Puffs.
come around someone who wipes this way,
Who's a
they-
sicko.
they
You
got
smell all the time.
they got
you know. If
they
you
got-
walk
you
through
know-
a building,
you know who's
you
a
say,
Cocoa
oh,
Puff.
They got-
you,
they
you
got-
wipe, you wipe like that.
they got Cocoa Puffs.
They got
That's
the
all.
Cocoa
That's all it
Puffs.
is.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh,
You got
man.
So, funny story about actually, I thought of this about the way you fold your toilet paper. So, I used to never go to the bathroom really in public, right?
No.
Strictly at home. But the way I do it at home is I have like a counter next to where my toilet paper
wanna hear
is. So
this.
I would bring the toilet paper and fold it onto the counter, and then I would rip it and use it. So when
were you pantsless when you walked into your kitchen? What
Wait a second.
kitchen, no.
The countertop in the bathroom.
countertop.
Why is he in the kitchen?
I just imagined DeSalvo like getting out of the bathroom, going to his kitchen counter, getting paper towel, and leaving. With
Every
and
individual
completely
wipe he
funded.
leaves the bathroom, goes to the kitchen,
That's what I
measures
imagined.
it out,
What the fuck?
comes
No,
back.
no, no. So as I was saying, I got very used to this and comfortable doing this. So when I started going to the bathroom in public and I didn't have like a countertop and I had to fold it into my hand,
You go to the kitchen.
I was very confused. I did not know what to do. I was scared. I was nervous. I knew there were
All his
people in
parents.
line waiting. I was taking forever because I couldn't fold the toilet paper properly. It was a pretty tough learning experience, but
High pressure situation.
high pressure situation. But it's kind
But
of
you
like
grew as a
That's
person.
but it's kind of like the theory that the best way to teach a kid to learn to swim is to throw them into the deep end.
That's all that's
I
Throw them into
learned
the toilet
I
bowl.
learned quickly how to fold your toilet paper properly in these high stress situations.
Now, I have a story about my dear friend Mike DeSalvo taking a poop. This was
Is that another running event?
this was a practice
Practice.
after like the very end of the season this year. It was only me and Mike at this practice. This is the only people there are me and him.
Oh,
And we both had to take a shit before we ran.
This is a whole other
Right?
They're alone, together alone.
There's 2 stalls in the locker room and bathroom. We occupy both of them.
we happen to be next to each other.
Wall Usually, I've taken many shits with Mike DeSalvo right next to me. And we usually end at the same time.
Just same body
It's usually
clock, or-
synced. It's the same time we usually end. Now, I'm wiping. I'm like, oh, Mike's probably almost done by now. I can tell. And
Is it a race?
it's not a race. No, we're taking this slow.
Okay.
And all of a
Rust
sudden,
these things.
I hear like a scrubbing. And I'm like, what is that? And
What the fuck?
I yell over Mike. I'm like, are you scrubbing your ass?
No, well, first you said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm wiping." And then you said,
And then I said, are you scrubbing?
"I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think I am."
You know what?
And this brought up a discussion the next day.
About
This is
how
where it
many
spawned.
times can you use the same sheet of toilet paper to wipe your ass?
No, I say 2 at most. Because you
I
go
say-
once and then you fold over. Come
I
right
say it
and go
depends
again.
on how many
No, it
folds you
depends on
get.
how many
Fold
folds you
over.
could do. Yeah, you
It
fold
depends on
over.
how many folds you can get.
My toilet paper is the size of my hand. I don't have room to fold over.
No. This is what happens. If you make 2 half folds, right, to start with it, then you go once, there's poop on there, you fold it in half again, so it's clean.
So it's clean, and you
you
go
go
again.
another
You go
one.
again.
If it's
That's-
long enough, you
that's
can go
efficient.
another and
That's
go.
all, that's
and go.
You
efficient.
go as many folds as you can.
See,
Yeah.
no,
Until it gets down to this big, you can still go.
I am a minimalist when it
Make
comes
sure
to the
you-
amount of
it's
toilet
like-
paper I
Make
use.
sure, make sure
So
you
I
don't
might-
stick a finger in.
I
Don't
might-
get the finger in the ass.
That's bad.
That's you
I
don't
might.
want.
So I'm a minimalist when it comes to the amount of toilet paper I use. So I might do like 1, 2, maybe 3 folds. So it's about the size of my hand. So I can't really fold it over. But what I do is
Okay.
the first 1 to 3 wipes, I only do it once and I drop it in.
Oh, yeah,
That's the
yeah.
heavy
And then
poop. That's
and
the
then
heavy.
and then the next 2 to 4 to 6.
It started
I'll
loading
do
up.
it once and then I'll move it. Instead of doing more of my fingertips, I'll do it more by my palm to get the other side of the piece of the toilet paper.
Okay, I get that.
Because
Okay.
my
Wait,
got
problem,
a story.
my fear,
I feel like I wouldn't be as coordinated to do that.
my fear. Well,
Guys,
that's
you
where the
guys-
standing comes in.
Oh.
With
we got to go to the bathroom, test this out.
with standing, you get more accuracy.
Okay.
No.
But
I don't think that's true.
I do think it's true.
I
But
think you just
but what I'm saying.
Show
So,
me.
No.
No.
but
Wait a second.
but once so that's like 4 to 6.
You guys comfortable over there?
I'm
Yeah,
good.
but-
My
I'll
feet are a little
switch it
chilly,
today.
but it's alright. No, we're good.
Alright.
So that's like 4 to 6, and then after that, as long as like you don't have anything lingering, you're still pretty. Like, you just kind of get like the straggling little streak marks.
Yeah.
That's when it's okay to kind of go back and
Yeah,
forth
that's
with the
the end
toilet
game.
paper.
I told you
You
to
scrub?
Yeah, scrub at the end.
Yeah, you
What?
gotta
I told
scrub
you
at the
this.
end.
No.
Yeah,
We're in the end game
six,
now.
I grab
six
it, scrub,
plus,
I grab
six
it.
plus.
That's when the most.
You're in the end game. You know there's not enough to smear it around
26.
anymore. There's not enough to smear it around. You gotta just scrub to just finish it off once and for all.
What you can do is you can pull once, reset, and pull again. But
Yes.
you don't go back and forth.
If there's
I
nothing
go.
on it, you can
I'm
redo
going
it.
I go
back and forth.
Nah.
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 No,
But what
I
the?
don't do that.
Yes, that
Not
isn't
good.
true. But
But okay, I have a question though.
Never snag the hair.
oh yeah, all the time.
Oh, yeah.
No, what happened? What sometimes
Wait,
happens
that's
is
what
I
happened.
get,
You
I
start
get, I
ending.
get, I get
That's
it. It
a
gets
scrubbing.
in the hair, so I have to like pull at my
That's what I was
hair.
gonna ask.
Yeah.
When you start and you can feel that there's something hanging there, and you've waited long enough, it's not coming off.
Do you know what I do to
Do you
check?
pick it off?
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
pick,
yeah,
you pick.
yeah.
You do a little
You gotta
pick
pick.
because you can't smear it all over yourself.
Yeah, you're trying to minimize
No,
the damage.
but what I used to
Then
do,
you get it out
what
of
I
your
do is
cheeks.
to my
Minimizing it.
my
That's
last
good.
my
Damage control.
my last attempt to get rid of that thing, to check if it's there,
yeah.
I pick my balls up, I bend
Wait,
over.
Whoa!
You can't do it. You can't control it. You have to use your hand.
No, this is
What?
so I bend over and I look to see if I can see anything dangling. Usually I can. Also, if it's a bright day out, you can see.
Bright day out.
You have a
this in the
window
woods every
going
day?
directly to your toilet. I don't have a window in
You
my
can
toilet.
see the reflection in the water.
Oh my god.
Yes.
If
I-
it's
I
bright,
don't-
I
if
agree
it's
with this.
bright,
I have
Now-
seen a piece of shit.
you don't get
in the
detail.
water reflecting.
You only
At
get
exactly 12 o'clock.
You only get contour.
Yeah, you get the silhouette.
You
You get the
reveal-
silhouette.
you
Yeah, you
reveal
don't
the
get
shit.
to
But
see what
what I do is
how
I
big it
shake.
is.
I shake back and forth.
You shake, you go like this.
No, and then the last thing is I put my hands on the side of something
Yeah,
and
raise
I
yourself.
bounce
No,
up
no,
and
no.
down.
No,
I've
no,
done.
no.
I've done
Up
that
and
100
down.
I've crossed the line.
I have done. I've done that one. I did that
Bouncing up and
today.
down.
No.
And yes,
No, I've done
yes.
that one.
It
100%.
doesn't work that
And-
way.
and
Yes, it
Shit.
does.
No.
It's dropped.
90% of the time it works.
No.
10%
That's
of
the
the
last
time,
resort. That's the
bouncing
last
10% of the time,
Yeah.
No,
it
it's not like
fails.
that.
That's how he
And
broke
it's
his.
And that's how he broke his
and
foot.
it swings back and forth and wraps up and gets stuck on you.
That's so disgusting.
That has happened
That's gross.
sometimes.
That's disgusting.
That's never
It
happened.
doesn't happen.
That has happened to me.
You got some
No,
long ass.
It starts swinging
doubts.
and it's just
I have
gets stuck.
doubts.
It's like one of those like elastic things with a stick of hand on it and you stick it to the
Oh,
the
wall.
monkey thing that you.
It is like one of those.
No, I have never bounced.
I
never
bounced.
bounced.
I have bounced.
When's the first time you bounced? Was this recent?
Probably when I was
Can you
10
just,
years
like,
old.
Spread your,
I'd say
spread
5
out?
years ago.
Can you just
Wow.
spread your cheeks?
But no, but if that doesn't work, then you just get to and
I've
you kind
tried
of.
that.
and you
I've
kinda
tried
pick
that.
at
I
it.
never tried it.
Because sometimes it gets stuck to the hair.
No. If sometimes I get like, no, I think it. Sometimes like I get fuzz from my underwear,
Yeah, in the.
Yeah.
and sometimes I think
I get
that
that.
fuzz mixes with shit, and it gets stuck in my hair, and it kind of dries. You gotta like rip your hair out.
Yeah, it's painful, but
Yeah.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
sometimes
can't
you
just
do.
leave the house with shit in there.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Now, what about the courtesy flush?
The courtesy.
What
flush.
is that? What?
That's like when you're taking a big shit,
Oh.
and it just gets so much in there, you just gotta flush it midway.
Oh yeah. That
Does that-
happens like all the time.
I've never
My
done
my,
that.
my
I don't do
mom.
that.
Really? You're a one flush?
I'm a
Yeah.
one guy.
See,
I-
I-
No,
do
no,
you
no,
know
what
what?
happened? Okay.
I think it's a-
Sometimes sometimes it gets to the end, and there's a lot, and there's a lot of paper in it, and you flush it, and
And
it
it-
goes down, but some stuff comes back.
Oh
up.
yeah.
Yeah,
Then you
That's an
flush
anomaly.
that again.
No, but what? See, I think this is a product of what kind of toilet. If you have a good toilet or not, that's prone to
yeah.
getting clogged. Like my toilet used to get clogged a lot,
I've climbed.
and my
several
mom,
times.
my
Because you're a
mom,
one flush.
yeah, and my mom told me you gotta do a courtesy flush.
Hold up. Do you stand up and get away from the toilet when you flush it? Do you?
I
Stand
hover.
Okay, because there's water that comes shooting up.
Yeah,
that
no.
doesn't
Well,
shoot me.
actually, no. Mine doesn't, but public ones do.
Yeah.
If I
yeah.
flush.
Public ones shoot.
Oh, because it's stronger.
It's
But they have
but they
to
don't
be
get. They don't
strong.
really get clogged unless
No.
it's really bad.
I've almost clogged the locker room toilet.
No,
I've
no.
come really close. it like got stuck and then it just shot.
And
back.
also-
like the bathrooms in my house, like we used to have weak toilets. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
would get clogged all the time. But now this was like 7 years ago. My dad bought these toilets, and on the box it was like, "This toilet can flush a bucket of golf balls." And that was it. It's never been clogged since.
amazing.
Wow. Yeah, no, yeah. So
That's impressive.
I have
I
not.
would test that.
I have not
Yeah.
clogged the toilet in a very long time because of courtesy flush. Like if it ever breaks the surface of the water, that's when you do a courtesy flush.
Yeah.
Once it breaks the surface.
Oh, like
No, I
once
usually-
it,
it's usually
once
like
it starts
just to be
breaking
safe.
the surface, it like comes up, creeping up on the bowl. Then yeah, you gotta flush.
No, you know, like when you're like taking a test and like you have to do like 2 + 3, but you do it in the calculator just to make sure.
Yeah.
That's like the
Yeah.
courtesy flush. Like you just want to make sure.
Yeah, you don't
Like,
want to.
there's no harm in
Yeah.
doing
I
a
gotta
courtesy
start
flush.
doing
Safety's no accident.
No, it's a beautiful thing, Cooper.
I gotta start doing it.
It really is.
I don't do it at all.
I've never
my
done
toilets
that.
are fine.
Coop's a 1 flush, 1 kill
I'm
kind
a
of guy.
one flush, one wonder right
You're fine. What now? What do you do after you take a shit? Like,
Do
what
you
is-
wash your hands?
there. Michael DeSalvo does not
Well,
wash
it is
his hands.
really bad for your
Fuck,
immune
I don't-
system.
Put your balls.
After you finish putting on all your.
Do you want to hear a funny story, actually?
Yeah.
So,
go ahead.
So we were in Colorado for over February break, and
This
in
was
our
less than a week ago.
and we have like a condo, right? And so I have like a loft where my bedroom is, and there's a bathroom up there, right?
Okay.
Okay.
And so I forget. I think my dad was using the other bathroom. So my mom was like, "Michael, I'm gonna go upstairs and use your bathroom." I'm like, all right. She goes. She comes back. down.
Wait. Women take shits?
No, she probably
No,
just peed.
girls don't poop.
Oh, good. She's okay. She's
Yeah, girls don't poop.
good.
Come on.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Okay. And she comes down and she's like, "Michael, I can tell for a fact that you haven't washed your hands this entire trip."
There's a soap
Exposed!
And that's because she goes, "I know this because the soap is unopened." And I said, "Well, Mom, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. You're probably right." I'm not. The
Okay,
times-
I have a problem with
I
washing.
guess
my
no.
hands.
I guess it's almost safe because
I-
he does. He like the way he wipes. If we go back, take 2
He
steps back.
scrubs his ass.
But the way he like folds the toilet paper, he's pretty.
He's very
clean.
delicate.
He's pretty delicate with himself.
do you usually touch your ass?
When I clean, you know what?
Because if you think he's clean, I don't know what you're doing. No. I have a problem when I wash my hands. If I'm done taking a shit and I go to wash my hands, how
I
many
can't do
pumps
anything. I have to wash my hands.
How many pumps of what?
one.
of soap?
Oh, yeah, one.
One, dude.
I'll
No,
do.
sometimes two.
I've like a
I've been
3
I've been
pumps.
washing my hands more
I don't
often.
think it matters. I think it's the amount.
No,
you
the
scrub.
times I wash my hands are if there's actual dirt on my hands.
There's actual
like
dirt.
visible black dirt.
Shit.
Or if my hands are greasy.
Yeah.
So from
Yeah.
eating
Oh, I hate
so
that,
from
like
eating
pizza
like, from
and
eating
stuff.
something
Yeah.
like popcorn
Yeah.
or from like putting on badger bomb on my
Or
thighs.
you have like wings.
Or what?
If you have wings.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, if I have wings, I just shove my whole hand. No.
Yeah, he just sucks his hand.
Yeah, so that's when I wash my hands.
Alright.
Okay.
But like I'm saying, like
Guys, that's the important things. After I eat, I'll wash my hands. Not after I poop.
It's true. I don't want to get
You wash your
I don't want
hands
to
before
get
you eat them?
very rarely.
So wash hands after he
Take
takes
a
his shit. You
shit.
think he washes his hands before he eats?
No, I never used to really, but like
Coming
recently,
off-
because I've been like teaching
I've
a
been
lot of piano
starting.
lessons, and I like touch a lot of people's pianos in their houses. I always
Yeah.
wash my hands
Yeah.
after.
No, no.
Especially if you
Smart.
touch the salvo's piano, you know there's doo-doo on
Yeah,
that.
there's shit all
No,
over.
but like
Get it like a
If I-
black
when I
light,
come
like
to
a
my
solid
walk-
piano.
when I come home from school, I wash my hands.
I get that.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
Usually when I come
when you go home today, you're gonna wash your hands because you don't know what's in this house.
Yeah.
I know, man. This
Or like if
you
you're like
touch it, oh.
I don't know.
yeah.
That was from some random guy that you guys were saying. I have no idea. Kind of smells a little. This one's new. This was from Amazon. It was cheap.
It's okay.
That's cool.
Ever go away with your parents?
What? What'd you say?
What?
What? I'll tell you about it. I'll ask you
Go on
later.
vacations?
Yeah.
Yeah, I go on vacation.
Cool.
Right.
Someone like you're gonna watch your house.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just wondering.
I just got finished watching that.
Oh yeah, he's just gonna.
Oh yeah, cool.
I
How
got
was,
it.
how was the dog and the cat, man?
I was
Good.
talking again.
That cat did not warm up to me until 4
Do
days.
they have cameras?
I don't know.
So again, Cooper with like oven gloves on, like with like goggles on, trying to figure out this like
No, dude, that
situation.
cat and dog have the weirdest dynamic I've ever seen in my life. The cat will come up to the dog, go right in her face, put his paw on her face, and then get scared when like the dog just chases it. It's ridiculous.
What the fuck?
It's fun.
Maybe
I don't
they're just
like
like playing
cats.
around, you know? They're
Yeah, but
friends.
they're not. I
I
don't think
hate
they are.
cats so much.
I'm not a cat fan. That cat was okay.
No, I like cats.
Some cats are good. Some
It
cats
depends.
are dicks.
If the
I
cat
hate
just
it.
like hides all the time, it's like, why do I
If it's
even
an
bother?
outside-
Why are
That was
you
a
here?
cat.
My
Yeah.
cat's friend Rascal's pretty fun.
I
Yeah,
think
Rascal's
he's
friend.
awesome.
I like Rascal.
Like I hate the people that get like the only if they're using them for like rats or like mice or whatever. But if you get a cat and you just like put him out,
An
and he's
outdoor
out
cat?
all day,
An
and
outdoor
he comes
cat?
back at the night, that's like I feel like it's pointless.
That's, yeah, it's just a freeloader. He's a user.
If you're using him for like pest control, like actually to eat shit, then
Like if you have a lot of if you have a mice problem.
yeah.
Wait, I have a question.
What's up?
What is your question?
Going back to the wiping.
Okay.
Oh god, we're
The
jumping
topic.
This is something I've once or multiple times thought of committing to, once tried but ultimately couldn't execute it, but still consider it to be probably the better way to go about it.
Okay, you're hyping it up. Let's hear
I think
it.
he's like,
Wet wipes.
yeah.
Okay.
No,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I
yeah.
got a problem. I got a problem. They say flushable wipes. You're not supposed to flush those.
You're not.
No, it'll clog
Yeah,
your
that's
mouth.
Do you know what my?
You can't just put those in the garbage.
Do you know what my
Yeah, but you're not supposed to.
Do you
wipe
know what
them.
my? Do you know what I? Do
Wipe
you know
them.
what
You're not
my?
supposed to
Now
flush
I've been thinking about this for years.
I don't know.
Let me.
I've never
I-
done.
When I was young, I used to use those
Let me.
all the time.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, if you're
That's
not,
like something-
Okay, I'm okay. You guys are gonna let me speak for like 3 minutes, and I'll
I'll
give you.
this whole time.
Go.
Okay, so I first heard about the positives of baby wipes from my boy Optics Company.
Okay.
He said
Optics
he
Company.
switched to baby wipes.
I know him. Yeah. Okay.
And they changed his life. Cause what are you doing with this dry toilet paper? You're just mushing it around in your asshole. Are you,
This is true.
are you really cleaning yourself? So I thought he's so right.
Optics Company is.
And so I tried it. Because my dad sometimes uses them, I think.
Oh, you
And
have tried it.
yeah, I have.
Okay.
And two problems I realized, but I came up with a solution. Probably the proper way to go about things.
I have an idea. How to go
One
about it.
is when you first use it, the very first time, like wipe, you don't get the visible evidence of cleaning that you do with dry paper. You know that first
There's
wipe.
no
you,
poop that's
you
on
s-
there?
There's not a lot, and that worries me because usually if you're cleaning yourself, you see all of it coming
Are you
off.
sure that this wasn't just like a ghost?
It was I went through multiple trials.
They miracles happen.
No,
I'm dead serious.
You're an advocate.
No, like if I'm over like someone's house.
just while I'm talking.
One sec. If I'm
If
over
you're over
someone's
someone's
house,
house, I always
and
see them
someone has
wet
wet
wipes.
wipes, I'll be like,
Test
fuck
it.
that, I'm using wet wipes.
No.
I'll be like, screw the normal toilet paper.
But you
I'm going
don't
for
get
it.
the visible evidence that it's cleaning you. So it's a lot of trust. You gotta have a lot of trust.
I think you gotta go like some dry wipes. and
That's
then
what I'm about to get
Yeah.
to.
I think
so
you
my,
go dry,
so
wet, and then finish dry.
my problem is
Finish dry.
the other problem is they leave you feeling very moist.
That's why
and
you
it's
gotta
un-
finish with a dry.
And it's
wipe.
uncomfortable.
I like it.
Yeah,
So
it is uncomfortable.
so my theory is you
I'm
get
moist right
you
now.
get the big stuff. You initialize with the dry to get that visible
You get the clumps.
to get the visible evidence of cleaning that makes you confident that you don't have shit on your ass.
Okay.
Then to get the residue, you use a wet wipe.
Residue.
But to clean up for the moist
Yes.
and sogginess, you finalize with a dry wipe to dry
You go
yourself.
dry.
I
wet, dry.
think that
I agree
is the
with
way you wipe in an ideal world.
that. I agree with that. Do you flush your wet wipes?
I would.
yeah.
I don't think that you're supposed to.
Well, what's the harm?
Yeah, what's the
It'll clog. It won't
Are
clog
they
your
just
toilet. It'll
thicker?
clog the pipes
Are they
because it doesn't
thick?
dissolve in water.
It doesn't.
What if?
The toilet paper is designed to dissolve in water.
That
The
makes
wet
sense.
wipes are not because
So
they're
why
wet.
do they make wet wipes?
I
For
think
babies.
for babies,
Just chuck it.
because you can throw it out.
And-
Diaper,
but
you
just
are
chuck it.
not supposed to flush wet wipes.
No, someone
I
has to
think
come
there are
up with
flushable ones.
Flushable wet wipes.
There are
I'm
flushable
pretty sure
ones.
you're
gotta
not.
be.
There's
Can I look? I'm gonna look.
No,
it
like
up.
there's gotta be
Yeah.
some brand of wet wipes that are flushable.
I'm sure there are, but I don't. Okay. Let me look.
Yeah, someone's gotta bring a computer to this. You're gonna have someone that's constantly like
You're a fact checker.
fact checker. He's the guy on the computer the entire time. That would be good. Coop, you're gonna be that fact checker.
Okay. Okay.
Are wet wipes flushable?
Are wet wipes soluble? It's like I've done it multiple times.
It is further down the wipes path that could be an issue.
Oh.
If you have tree roots that are spidering into your sewage,
What?
Tree roots.
Tree
like
roots?
in like the pipes,
Oh, in like this cesspool?
the wipes path could be an issue. they get caught on the roots. Unlike toilet paper, which normally dissolves in no longer than 24 hours, wet wipes may dissolve for weeks or months, causing clogs that will have to be fixed by a professional plumbing service.
Wet wipes. Someone has to write an article.
So-
Wet wipes. I was
Okay,
read an
well,
article on it.
you're
Wet wipes cause clogs.
Is it worth though the cleanliness?
I think it's. I don't think it is.
No, given that, I don't think.
I think it's disgusting.
You gotta hire.
If
You gotta get
if
a
you throw out
plumber,
a wet
and
wipe-
that's thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Dave
No,
is
I
not
had-
thousands of dollars. Dave is a good plumber.
Who's Dave?
My
Davis is
plumber.
plumber.
Dave
We
the
saw
plumber.
Tom
Cross
met
country
him.
meets.
Tom met him.
Yeah, Dave's
What?
cool.
He
Where was
installed my
I?
new toilet. We gotta talk about this. How I got my new toilet.
And hold up,
It's
you gotta
about-
ask him when he comes over. Ask him wet wipes. Can you flush?
It's 2 inches higher. Because my model was discontinued, but my dad found it on toilet.com,
You got it.
toiletguy.com. But it was the
got
same
an old
model,
toilet.
same model, but 2 inches taller.
Ooh.
And I don't like it.
You know, like it's too
Like-
tall.
I mean, I've gotten used to it now, but I like the smaller ones because you can squat more when it's smaller.
Because when you're pooping, this is how your body was designed.
You're
I
supposed
read
to.
this.
You're supposed to get to.
You're
it.
supposed to
It's
be.
supposed to be like
It's
this.
supposed to be this.
Like
That's
because
so fucking
we're not designed to just
like
poop
a
on
monkey.
toilets. We're
No,
designed to
yeah.
point.
Have you ever
poop, like,
seen an animal
on the
poop
side?
shit?
Yeah, that's
a
like
monkey.
It's like this.
Yeah, you ever see like a dog do it? Like
Yeah,
that's the way
it's
it's
that.
supposed to go.
You're
Yeah.
not supposed to
Yeah.
just be sitting.
Yeah.
Your arch.
I think if you get into
Your
that full
intestines are
squat,
blocked
I think if
when
you
you
get
do
into that full squat position, you don't have to. It doesn't get all over your ass as
Yeah.
much either.
You think
You
people
don't.
just go like just like in one motion, just done. It's out.
No,
It's on the
no.
ground.
Like,
Dude, when dogs,
Do you know
I'm
where-
so jealous.
do you know
of
where I
how
realized
dogs
that?
poop.
Do you know where I
'Cause
realized that?
they get everything out in 10 seconds and no wipe.
I was watching.
It's-
I was watching.
That's
I
impressive.
I was watching a video of some
So
Kenyans
shit,
running.
I was watching a video of some Kenyans taking a shit.
No, and one of them said like sometimes
Take
like
a shit.
nature's gonna is gonna
Nature calls.
nature calls and you gotta go, and it showed a guy going behind a bush and getting to a full squat position like that.
Yeah,
Butt
it
ass
was
naked.
efficient.
And I was like, you know what? That is the natural way to do things.
It is.
And
You
these
gotta
guys-
You know, I was listening to something one time. There was
You
this
know what?
guy-
I think one day over the summer, I'm gonna go out into my woods and try it.
Yeah,
That's
we
so
should all go
good.
together.
We should.
We
Yeah.
should.
We could like put like our backs to each
Make
other
like
to support each other. Dig a little hole.
Yeah, and we'll record it.
You
Yeah.
can do a pot.
Podcast about it.
No, but I was listening to this guy one time on YouTube, and his name is, you might have heard of him, his name's Peter Draws. He like does all this like art
I was
shit,
gonna-
and he like, but he like
Yeah.
talks to you in like a soothing voice. It's very like
I see
peaceful,
it, I
like
see it, I see it.
what-
It's like us. This
yeah,
podcast.
yeah, it's nice.
Soothing.
So one time he's drawing and he's talking, and he's like, you know, every time after I take a shit, I get in the shower, and at first I was a little skeptical, but then he explained.
Wait. He takes a shit in the shower?
No,
No.
he takes a shit and then goes into the shower.
Oh, okay.
And I was a little skeptical, but he goes, you know, if you got shit on your hand, right? You wouldn't just take a piece of paper, wipe it off, and then go about your day. No, you would clean
You've
your,
said
you would
this
wash
before,
your
you've
hand.
said
You would
this.
clean it. So why wouldn't you do the same for your ass?
Now, I would argue that Mike DeSalvo wouldn't do that. So he would take a piece of paper and just wipe it off.
I would argue that Cooper may be true, but also you don't perform the same functions with your asshole that you do with your hands.
That's what I was saying. How many things
Like,
does your ass
like you
touch?
don't pick up.
Nothing,
a,
it touches
you don't,
under it.
you don't pick up a cheeseburger with your ass
That's
cheeks and
true.
put it in your mouth.
That's true. So say on the other hand, if it wasn't your hand, if you had shit on your leg, would you just wipe it off and like?
I mean,
Honestly.
in an ideal sense,
Okay,
I would wash it,
It,
but
it depends. Are you in a rush?
if I didn't have the resource to do that, I wouldn't feel disgusting about not washing it with water. But if I could, I would wash it off with
Oh,
water.
speaking of which, bidets.
Yeah, but
I have
That is something that
I've
we have
never.
I have a very
Who in
bad-
this room has felt.
I've
okay,
never done it.
but the thing is,
I want
but
to.
the thing is,
Only one can.
people get
People forget.
people get
Spaghetti.
don't think people don't have the right idea about bidets. Most bidets aren't like a little water fountain that squirts water to your ass, because that's actually probably pretty uncomfortable.
That's
getting,
in Japan.
getting a stream of water getting shot at
What's
your
that
ass.
That is a bidet.
It's a bidet.
Hello.
You go.
Okay, but
We're
what
40.
in Europe, what I found they've had is it's like little sinks, low on the ground that you sit in.
That door.
What?
What? No, we're good. We're good.
Okay,
Keep going, so all you.
so it's like a sink that you sit in and you fill it with water.
What? It's like giving birth.
Wait, so it's separate from the toilet?
Oh yeah,
Right,
yeah.
it's
It's definitely
disgusting,
separate
but
from the
that's
toilet.
totally.
Interesting.
And you sit in it and you fill it with water. It's almost like a bath for your ass.
There's
I
not
see.
gonna-
I've heard of them built into toilets.
Yeah, but these are like the older ones. But so I have a story about one of these guys.
Okay.
And I did not have a good experience. I think they're dumb. So, you know the issue of taking a shower in a foreign shower that has twistable knobs for hot and cold separate?
Oh, I don't like those.
Because
No.
one, you don't know. Well, whenever you take a shower in a foreign place, you don't know the right positioning for the proper water temperature.
Yeah.
So you got to figure that out.
Showers.
But also, you don't remember which direction turns off the hot and
Yeah.
makes it hotter or colder. It's because they.
Yeah, you ever go to like turn off the shower and then you accidentally like boil yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So imagine you're in a toilet where not only does it have twistable knobs, but you can't see the knobs and you're facing the opposite direction and you're going behind you to twist them. So your whole perception and orientation are completely fucked up.
Yeah.
So you've got no idea what's hot, what's cold, what's off, what's on.
So you don't turn it on before you sit?
No. You fill it up, and then I'm pretty sure you fill. What I did was I filled it up, and then I sat in it, and then I filled it up.
Okay.
And I think this was my problem. Why I shouldn't have done that because I wanted. So it fills up in about a minute, maybe a little less than
So
that.
it's like it like soaks your ass?
Yeah.
It's
So,
so
I think it's
fucking
kind of gross
crazy.
because you're sitting in it.
Yeah.
Where was
I don't know if
that
you did
France,
this
but I think it's for post-wipe.
You were sitting in a puddle.
Okay.
And you were taking a shit.
Kind of. No. You take your shit,
right. No, this is after the shit.
you wipe, and then you go over to your little sink thing on the like close to the
Stick
ground,
your
and you
ass.
sit in it, and then you fill it up.
So it's a sink for your
That
butt.
sounds so
Yeah.
inconvenient.
And so-
I feel like you did this wrong. I don't think you're supposed to just like
That
soak
doesn't
your
make any
ass.
sense.
Yeah, I don't think that that's
Well,
right.
it was a low sink. It was pretty much a sink.
Okay.
And so I'm
You
sitting
sure
in
it
it.
wasn't like a foot bath?
It could have
Someone
been.
just
I don't
sat
think so because this.
It's a foot bath. You just.
His mom walks in. This is weird.
No,
I never
no.
seen these
Because
bidets.
I fit in it.
Okay.
But I was in 5th grade.
Dude, what if it was like Shaq's foot bath?
Oh,
It's a
all right.
big Foot.
So the water's filling. It's a good temperature. It's warm, and so I want to go to. Hey, Cooper, what you missed was how like when you're in a shower you've never been to and they have knobs. You don't know which way turns off the hot water, which way
Oh
turns.
yeah.
So I'm not facing the knobs. I'm reaching behind me. So my orientation is completely messed up.
Okay.
So I'm filling it up. I'm like, all right, I think this is pretty good. A good height. I could.
Dicks in the water.
I should turn it off.
His balls are.
And so you gotta remember this thing.
His balls are just in. What the fuck? This is so wrong. That's not a thing. This is not a thing.
This thing is
This
like
is not
this
the
thing
right
has a
thing.
faucet like a sink does.
Okay.
So I go to turn it off, and I want to turn the hot side
So
off
are you
first
sitting in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
because I don't want to turn the cold off. Because then
Is
it's
it
Wait,
gonna-
wait. Do you have a shirt on or is it off?
I have no idea. Probably off.
I'm
Fully
looking
naked?
Can you
Probably
look?
fully naked.
Bidet?
France toilets.
No, French.
France.
bidet.
No, it's not
French.
part of the toilet. It's
It's a
separate.
bidet.
Oh, bidet.
It's a butt sink.
Yeah, or a foot bath.
French butt sinks.
So wait, we haven't got to the important part of why I don't like these things. So
Oh, dude, he's so right.
No way. Let me see.
What? Oh, it is.
yes, that is what I was
That's
sitting
so
in.
disgusting.
That's so.
Wait a minute.
I gotta watch a video when I
No,
use
but
this.
let me finish. Let me
Explain,
finish.
explain.
So I go to turn the hot water off, but because my orientation is messed up, I turn it the wrong way, and all of a sudden it gets boiling hot.
Is it like constantly draining?
No, I closed the drain.
Okay.
So
Did you just stick your hand in there and close the drain?
no, it had a little knob on the
Oh,
side.
God.
So I turn the hot water on, and all of a sudden I burn my ass. It is hot.
Guys, he's burning his
And
ass.
I jump. But obviously whatever goes up must come down. I came back down hard and slammed my tailbone on the faucet of this butt sink.
Oh, fuck.
So right now my ass is burning.
You almost got
My ass is
raped by a
burning.
sink.
My tailbone is in pain. I'm
Wait,
this.
wait, hold on.
I'm
Wait, I gotta-
inches
Does the
away
jet
from
come up from
crying.
the bottom?
No.
Oh, then
Oh,
you're.
this is different.
This is different then.
Okay. Keep going.
You're
And
supposed to face the faucet, by the way. Were you facing?
No.
the
No.
faucet?
That's
You
weird.
did it wrong.
Isn't your... You're gonna touch
Your
tips?
And long story short, I burnt my ass and bruised my coccyx bone on this butt sink. And
You
that's
came
why
out a warrior. You came
I-
out changed.
I will never use something like that again in my
No more
life.
butt sex.
You
No
look like you
more.
came out.
No
you
more
look like you
butt
came out
No
of
more butt sticks. I don't even feel clean after it.
I felt
He never
this.
actually watched it. He just
I
shit
felt
so
violated.
Did anyone hear you? Did they hear?
I
Like,
think
a
I told my family about my experience.
You walked out of the bathroom, you look like shit. They're just like, what the fuck happened in there?
He
You're
goes
like,
just like,
I'll tell you.
I violated.
He's been.
Alright,
He's
but
still
probably
getting
like the
mad.
closest thing I've experienced
Well,
with
yeah,
rape
bad.
before.
Michael, have you tried out the foot bath?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I bruised my coccyx on the foot pad.
Michael, you tried the foot bed? Yeah, my coccyx bone was on that all day.
So,
So bidets, butt sex.
It's not a bidet.
days.
Bidet. It's not booty.
Bad idea.
No, I think
Don't try.
I would have to try it.
I have to try.
It's like the thing it's like
I'd be
it's
worried.
like bungee jumping. You do it for the experience, but you don't do it because it's fun.
No.
I would be
I do
worried.
that every day.
I'd be worried that it would shoot up, it'd get in your ass,
It'd go
and
up.
then you'd have to shit the rest of it out.
No, I don't think that.
I feel like the issue of wet wipes making you moist would only be like at a much greater scale.
What?
You know how the
Oh,
problem.
it would just make
You know how the
wet?
problem with wet
Oh,
wipes
okay.
is that they make you moist.
Yeah.
Use the word
I feel like a bidet would be
No.
worse.
A bidet.
I understand.
It's not a boudet.
It will
Not a boudet.
Imagine us. How much was it?
All
A
right.
big bathroom?
How are we gonna
Was it
end
a
this?
big bathroom?
So I mean, we came to no conclusions. We're just more
We're more
aware.
informed.
Yeah, we're more
informed.
educated
Yes,
about
that's
each other.
that's the whole
More
point of
understanding
talk.
that people come from, and I think the reason why there are so many different methods of doing things is because, unlike math, unlike
calculus, taking a
unlike-
poop is quite
unlike
simple.
unlike reading, unlike life lessons, things don't get passed down about technique and.
Yeah, no one really shows
It's like
you.
you don't get taught. You have
It's
to.
like one day someone's wiping you, and then the next day you're on your own.
you're on your own, right?
Throw it into it. Again, we bring it back.
Yeah,
Some
throw
things
them
you
right
gotta
out of the
learn
net.
by yourself.
Unlike, and so people say that the reason the intelligence of humans comes from the idea that we could pass on knowledge to our next generation.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how we succeed.
But we're
as a human
lacking.
race.
But
In
we
this
fail
area.
to
in
pass
human
on
function.
But we're smart
information
enough to figure it out on our
about.
own.
Well, yeah, but
But it's different. We're not uniform.
and
it's not.
when it's not uniform.
idea.
Is it effective? Are we
We
clean?
don't know.
Would you?
We're
Would you
technic-
eat?
technically
would
we're
you
not
eat,
doing it
Would
right.
you eat a meal out of someone's asshole?
Some people do.
Some people eat
Some
ass.
people like that.
Richard
Some people
Angona.
are
Oh.
Richard
Yeah,
Angona
well,
exposed.
And-
exposed.
I think as a species, we should do away with the refusal to pass
And the
on.
argument.
Yeah, we need to get rid of the stigma
This-
around taking a poop.
Yeah,
You
gotta
gotta
talk about.
You
it.
gotta pass
you
on.
gotta talk about these.
You gotta pass on what you've learned in life to the next generation, so we can all take better shits.
Yeah.
Yes, we're doing it wrong.
I
We're not
think-
squatting.
I think that's
You gotta
all.
squat.
That's all we gotta say.
Yeah, more people need to talk about shit. you know?
Taking a shit is something you do
We need
almost
real
every day.
conversations, none of this other bullshit.
I mean, Schnitzel's fine. All that comes out of his mouth is shit. But like
That's-
the
that's-
rest,
And
of us,
there you go.
Thanks.
the rest of us need to talk about it.
We need to.
All right,
Join us next time.
where we could all suck our own podcasts.